Good evening, Taurus, and welcome to your June 2025 reading. This is Anna from Anna Transylvania's Tarot. All right, let's get straight into it, Taurus. So, you guys are getting a little bit of clarity this month, okay? In the month of June, you guys are getting clarity about where your heart is. And who do you want to go with you on this next journey that you're undertaking, okay? You're starting some new projects, some new things. But really, a lot of you are having a brand new mental state. Like you're no longer, like trying to avoid thinking about the really, really hard things, okay? Because you've realized that you've been working so long at the really, really hard things without actually knowing why you're working at them, okay? Now, this is good. This is good news because people in your vicinity, people who you love and everything like that, they're going to want to come with you on this journey. So even if you change, if maybe your ideology is changing, you're not compromising anymore, and you're being very, very clear about what you're thinking about, how you think about things now. You're no longer saying things to basically keep the peace, okay? So you're going to tell some people about some of the decisions that you're making, and some of them are going to be like, yes, I would love to help with that. I would love to, continue to be friends with you, continue to whatever. And some of them are going to be like, you know what? I don't like where this is going, okay? But the important thing is that in changing your mind, it really will change the way you view all of your material possessions. And I know material comfort, not necessarily possessions, material comfort can mean many things to many people, okay? But I know because you're a Taurus, material comforts are important to you. I'm not saying that they're the most important. It's actually family that's the most important to a Taurus. But, you're going to be changing your mind about how you go about getting these material comforts. You're no longer going to be working the same way. Taurus loves to work hard if they know they'll have an excellent return. And in this case, you're like, you know what? I have changed my mind. I have changed what I think about these things. And with this perspective change, it's putting me in the driver's seat to be able to make decisions that I need to make and to put the money where it's gonna be the most impactful. So you're taking control this month, Taurus, okay? Yeah, your reading is pretty clear, okay? Your short bite was very clear for June. Your reading is very clear for June. Okay, so let's go month by month. Month number 1, month number 2, month number 3, month number 4. I have the Emperor over here because I don't like the fact that all of these were upside down, okay, at the end of the month. But this is saying that the status quo, that you're changing the status quo in your relationships, that the way things are no longer the same. It's no longer the same way things are going to be, okay? And you're in the driver's seat of that, so I'm not worried about that. This is also that Saturn in Aries that's kind of saying, hey, I need you to take control of these things. I need you to keep it together over here. Like, I've been trying to teach you discipline. I'm out of Pisces now. Okay. So that Aries, that Saturn in Aries for the next 3 years is going to really show us where our values are conflicting with the actions that we take. Okay. That's just, so it's been popping up in all of my readings for the last few months. Okay. With this Emperor, this is Mars in Aries, but it's really the Saturn in Aries that's just popping up in my cards like the Emperor, because Saturn shows us where we level up, And Aries is a leadership sign, okay? So basically, what are our actions that are incongruent with our values, that are not taking us where we want to go? Because if we really truly, what are our real actual values that we want? What is it that we want? What is it, who we are as an authentic self, right? So what are these values of the authentic self? Because we've gone through Pisces, and Pisces represents the subconscious for the last 3 years or more. Because Saturn sometimes takes a bit more than 3 years, especially Pisces is a big sign, so it took it a little more than 3 years to go there. But yeah, now that it's going into Aries, we have to reflect on who are we really, and what are these values that we've been working towards that we kind of have to stop. So it is saying that for a lot of you in this collective, the Saturn and Aries, whatever area of your life that falls under, those values there are changing, and you're going to get very clear about that this month. That your actions don't match what it is that you want to achieve. Are you changing that this month? No, because it's just such a large thing to change. But you're getting the information. You're no longer waiting for the information. You no longer have to like steal the information. You know who's going to be there with you on this journey and who won't. For a lot of you, I love that, you guys have a support system here. Okay. Even if it's just one person that loves you, it's still a support system. You're not going to be doing it alone, because you guys don't like to be doing it alone. Yeah. So week number 1, you're going to be getting an offer that you really can't resist, an offer that can take you to a perfect 10 and give you satisfaction, okay? This offer is going to really change your mental state. Now, for some of you, this offer is not an offer at all, but it's you're starting to believe in yourself again. Because you're starting to believe in yourself again, you are stopping the self-sabotage that's keeping you stuck, okay? And you're like really freeing and clearing your mind, because this is mental state stuff. Okay, so week number 1 of June, here we are. You're clearing your mind. You're clearing space inside your mind. You're saying, you know what is it that I truly want inside my heart? You're starting to restore your beliefs. Some of you are actually getting physical healing. Yeah, you're saying, I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna give it my last ditch effort for these situations to work out in my life. I'm not leaving yet, but you're considering it over here. So you freed yourself. You have all of this information. You're clear about what it is that your heart desires and wants. And you want to manifest. You want a perfect 10 as well, just like Aries does. But over here, you're like, I'm not leaving until I get this clarity. Like, I'm not leaving this place because I'm really comfortable. And as you get more and more clear, you're like, this doesn't work for me. 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 So how you've been making your money, basically, you're realizing that it doesn't work for you. It doesn't give you the control that you need. Okay. So week number 1, freeing yourself of a mental state where you're not happy, and going, how am I going to be happy in the next cycle of my life, in the next 10 years of my life? What am I going to do so that at the end of it, I'm happy? Week number 2, let's see. Yeah. Week number 2, you're going to find out this information, and you're going to want the perfect 10 in your relationships, in the things that you love. You're going to get super mental clarity and super emotionally happy about that. And you're going to stand your ground. You're going to be like, you know what? Maybe I don't know where I'm going. Maybe I don't have a clear way forward. And I'm not sitting here trying to like give to other people right now. Maybe you think I'm being selfish, but you're going to be standing your ground. Because the things that you found out in week number 1, week number 2, they're going to go even deeper. Okay? Pretty good. You're going to protect yourself and what you've learned. Maybe you're going to be keeping some stuff to yourself and only letting in, Aries had this too, only letting the and another sign had it as well, only letting in like one of the people who are going to help you. Like this is not a lot of people. Like you're not trying to keep a secret, but you are keeping it to yourself. Only a select group of people, and one in particular is going to know about this, about, you're changing. It's okay. you know you don't have to say anything to anybody. Okay, you know how you feel in your heart. It's fine. Sometimes Taurus doesn't like to reveal plans or whatever until the plans are well underway or already executed. So some of you are doing that. Okay. So week number 3, let's see. Week number 3, you're making the decision to stop working on the things that you can't work smart. Like you're like, I don't want to work hard at this anymore. Because if my decisions are not leading anywhere, then why am I here? Like, okay, what else for week number 3? Yeah. So I shuffled, okay. This is Libra. So Taurus, this is your other sister sign, Libra. Okay. This is actually Venus in Libra. And this is saying that you'll be fair to the people. Okay. You'll be fair to the people that should no longer be in your life, but, a little bit, you're going to catch a little bit of karma. Okay. Good karma in week number 3 of June. I wonder what's happening in week number 3 of June, because I got the Justice card a couple of times. I'm going to look at the astrology. I'm actually just writing it down. See? Look at my list right here. Writing it down. Third week of June. Taurus, you can fast forward to me doing that. You don't have to sit here. Okay. What about this Justice card? Do we need? Yes. Yes, you're looking at your options. You're no longer sitting there waiting for other people to like be forthcoming with information and everything like that. You're just like, I'm going to look for other options that are more aligned with me and my values. So you're standing your ground and you're saying, what's fair to me. I'm in this group of people. What's fair to me is what's fair to me. And I'm going to stop working so hard. And I'm going to do some of the things that are fair to me. And a lot of you are going to be looking at your options, not making a decision right now. Just looking. Okay, so week number 4. Just keep in mind, this is the overarching energy over here. It's about taking responsibility and really protecting what you hold near and dear. And he's kind of silent too when he wants to be. Okay, this is Aries, this is Libra. It's like you're striking some sort of balance, but you're arriving at it very chaotically. Okay, like sort of like roundabout we go. We take the back door, then we take the front door, and then then we take the window, and then back again. Like you're doing one of these things where you're going so far out to the roundabout, which is fine. I mean, you're still arriving at where you need to go. All right, let's see week number 4 for Taurus for June 2025. All right, good. Okay. So you considering your options and you going, you know what, I'm not going to work on this. I'm not going to work on the other thing. Like all these best laid plans, now I have to leave them behind or whatever. So week number 4, you're deciding to sort of leave some of your monetary goals behind because they don't reflect who you are now. They don't reflect that you want this freedom and that you found some principles that you want to fight for. And it's sort of gonna disturb for a lot of people in this community. It's gonna my community, okay. For a lot of the Tauruses, my community is gonna disturb some best laid plans that they had for their financial security, which sucks. Now, some of this stuff over here with the Emperor and the Justice and everything like that can mean that in the environment, like the government is gonna decide certain things for people in this group of people, and you're gonna be like, wow. and you're just gonna drop doing any kind of effort because you realize that you don't have control, and you're not gonna be putting your money and your resources into something you don't have control over. You're realizing that the government has control and it's been so chaotic, and you're just gonna pull your money out from whatever investments that you're doing, whatever it is. Okay. Oh, disclaimer: not a doctor, lawyer, financial officer, anything like that. I am a tarot reader. Okay. So these are for entertainment purposes only. Okay, Taurus? All right. So week number 3, you're going to get all your strength back. You're going to regain your strength in these areas because you're pulling your energy away. You're pulling your energy and you're like, yes, I have this energy. What else? So your strength, your stamina. Yeah. You're going to be overcoming things coming naturally to an end, and you being disappointed in some people who no longer want to continue with you. But just like many signs this week and this month, you're not going to just be taking the good enough. You want the best, and that's what you want to get. And if you have to finish with all of these jobs and these people and the way you make money in order to do so, you will do so this week. Yeah. You're not looking to shine. You're not looking to do this loudly. Very quietly you're doing this. You're tying up the loose ends and everything like that. You're not leaving this month. You're not going anywhere this month. Like if some of you are planning trips, I would advise against planning them for later this month or this month. If you're planning a trip to like family reunion or something, do it for Father's Day. Do it in the beginning of the month, not in the end of the month. The end of the month is going to be super chaotic. It's going to, like, lots of plans are going to fall through. Okay. But I'm saying not at all this month, but if you're going to plan it in the first couple weeks. Okay. If you're planning it for July, fine. If you're planning it for August, fine. This month, no trips for you, Taurus. Okay. No going anywhere, no doing anything fun, across state lines or country lines or whatever. What else? What is the advice? Please, what is the advice? Yours was a longie. Terabytes are like more 10 minutes, but you guys are being long today. That is fine. All right. Yep. The advice is don't get tempted to go back into a cycle because it's familiar or comfortable. Okay. The advice is also to sleep and stop struggling. You cannot control what you cannot control. Okay. You can't control the tower. Okay. You can't control the environment outside, no matter how much you try. You are 1 in 500 million people in the United States, if you're in the United States. 8 billion people if you're in the world. Okay. There's about 8 billion people in the world now, or more. Okay. So you can't control your environment outside, your country, your state, you can't control what nature does. So don't try to go back into the controlling ways, and protect your energy so that it can grow this month. Okay, Taurus, that was your reading for the month of June 2025. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and I will catch you next week for your weeklies. Bye.